If you had invested just $90 in Amazon when it went public back in 1997, your investment would worth today over $100,000. And if you would have been a little bit more generous and raised that number to $900, you would have been today officially a millionaire. But how is it possible that such a huge tech company with hundreds of thousands of employees doesn't make money? Technically, it's profitable, but its income is absolutely insignificant compared to its size. In 2017, for example, it made a little over $3 billion. That number might seem a lot, but when you consider that it was valued at $600 billion, that number becomes irrelevant. And it's not because the market was down. A year before that, it made $2.3 billion, and for the rest of its existence, it was either at a loss or making just a few hundred millions. If you compare that to other tech giants, it will seem like Amazon is about to go broke. When Apple was valued at $600 billion, for example, in 2016, it made over $45 billion. If you take a look at any other tech giants, you will realize that all of them are multiple times more profitable than Amazon, even though that their market cap is smaller. But guess what? No one really cares. Even if Amazon makes only a few hundred millions, no one will panic, and investors will keep throwing money into Amazon, and the stock price will keep rising, and it will definitely surpass Apple in the coming future because of Bezos' strategy. In his first letter to shareholders in 1997, he said, "It's all about the long run." In other words, Amazon would prioritize long-term advantages over short-term profits and focus on delivering as much value as possible to customers by lowering the prices to their minimum. The philosophy behind it is simple. Attack any industry aggressively until your competitors start bleeding and running out of cash, until you dominate the market, even if that means losing money in the short run. And once you are on the top of the hill, rewards are incredibly huge. Then you can raise the prices and do whatever you want. In 2010, Amazon decided to get into diapers business, and diapers.com was the leading online retailer. So Amazon simply chose to acquire that company, but the founders refused. Amazon threatened to drive diapers prices to zero if they wouldn't sell. And guess what? That's precisely what they did. They lowered their prices and offered Amazon Prime for free for 3 months for parents, to the point where diapers.com literally started bleeding cash and was forced to either shut down or sell to Amazon. I think you can guess the rest of the story. But that's just one of many industries that Amazon tried to dominate. There is Whole Foods Market, Twitch, Audible, IMDb, Alexa, Zappos, Amazon Web Services, Amazon Studios, and the list goes on, where Amazon is already leading the industry or competing to get there. If there is an industry that Amazon isn't competing in yet, doesn't mean they aren't planning to take over it. However, this incredible success didn't come cheap. In 2014, Amazon introduced the Fire Phone and was ready to conquer the smartphone industry. The phone wasn't really bad. It had a lot of new features that many phones didn't have at its time, and it was priced just under $200 with a 2-year contract. After spending hundreds of millions of dollars, even though that Amazon reduced their prices significantly over time to the point where the phone was sold at a loss, the project turned out to be a complete disaster and Amazon had to shut it down a year later. It's just one of many examples of how Amazon failed. There was once a company named Standard Oil Corporation that was founded by John Rockefeller. The company took over its logistics and everything else and drove the prices to their bare minimum, to the point where they crushed their competitors and dominated the entire oil industry. It had all the resources to control the global oil supply. But in 1911, the US Justice Department sued the company and broke it down into 34 little companies. And since Amazon is taking one industry over another, will it grow so big that one day it will be unstoppable? Or end up like Standard Oil? We'll have to wait and see.